from PRX.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, bakers, wherever you, however, whether you're metric or whatever the other one is, like if you have sympathy, what is it, compassion or empathy for people that were raised without the metric system. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but holy moly. I mean, I'm so confused. Milliliter, I barely know it. Or if welcome to Sleep With Me, by the way. Say that's like a dad joke that doesn't even make any sense. I'd say exactly. This is Welcome to Sleep With Me. It's a place where things kind of barely do make sense. I'm glad you're here. This is a podcast to keep you company and take your mind off stuff. It is very different, but it's friendly, and it's just kind of something you barely listen to if you're new. Regular listeners, welcome. Deciliter. I can barely what do I look like, an Olympian to you? Yeah. You working hard at those jokes? No, barely working at those too. Deciliter. What is that? Like a decathlon? I'm barely a trickle-liter. Is there such a thing as a trickle-liter? That's somebody that eats trickle, right? I don't know. Will there be any trickle in this episode? We don't know yet because we're not there yet. So if you're new, welcome to Sleep With Me. I'm really glad you're here. Just give the show a few tries. I'm here to be your bore friend and keep you company while you fall asleep, which is a little different than the idea. I'm here to tell you a bedtime story, but you'll kind of get it as you become a regular listener and just see how it goes. And don't worry, I got referrals to other stuff if you end up, you're like, this is not the show for me. But I'm glad you're here. I work really hard at Urine and I Strive. Really hope I can help you fall asleep. And we're able to do this. People that support the show directly, people that support our sponsors, people that just send their kindness to us or to other listeners across the deep, dark night, spread the word about the show, or who are in bed getting so comfortable and cozy right now. Couldn't do without all of you. So I love making the show. And yeah, here's a couple ways we get to do it for you. Sleep With Me podcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are the things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots, where I encourage the people who already get a lot of value out of Sleep With Me, who listen to 2 or more episodes a week, or 2. If you listen all night, definitely pay attention right now. Or if you listen to like 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes of Sleep With Me a week, I'd love to have you support the show back so we can be here for you. But I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to try to convince you. I'm just trying to get this message through. If you already say, yeah, I know, I just keep forgetting. This is just one more reminder of how powerful your actions are when you support the show, and just giving you somebody else to identify with who did it. They were just like you. Yeah, I know I give value out of the show, but I'll do it tomorrow or I'll do it the next day because I've been there too. And this comes from Nora. I was listening to Sleep With Me multiple times a week, more often than other stress relief subscriptions I actually paid for. So I decided I should start paying for this podcast. I wanted to support a podcast that was so important to me. And I really like the ad-free content and the extra Ray content. So thanks, Nora. So if you're getting more value out of Sleep With Me than stuff you already pay for, it makes your life better. And that's what I'm here to do. Keep you company, take your mind off stuff so you can fall asleep so your life can be better. And I do that. We're able to do it. The whole team of people that work on the show is able to do that because of people like Nora. So if you identify with what Nora said, you said, yeah, no, Nora did it. Now I'm going to do it tonight. Go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/PLUS. Sign up now and you say, oh boy, now you can go to sleep. I did what Nora did. So thanks everybody. Oh, Mystery Bart, a lot of people help out on this show. Who are they?
Chris Posty Poster Son sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Carl W. the Legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the Mystery Bart. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at jonathanmann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your moderators. Get support your scooter on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Hannah like banana. Leah does the transcripts.
Thanks, Mystery Bart. Oh, Mystery Bart, by the way, did you know if you sign up for Sleep Phones, we're giving you some access to Sleep With Me Plus? So if you go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleepphones, not only the most comfortable way to listen to Sleep With Me, you can get those Sleep With Me branded sleep phones. You could use the code Sleep With Me to save $5 off your order. And then when you get your sleep phones, you just send a message to Scooter through the contact form on our website, and you'll get access to Sleep With Me Plus. So get those sleep phones, sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleepphones, and then send us a message. Thanks, everybody. Hey, are you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing? Trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do it a bedtime story. All you need to do is get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. I'm going to do the rest. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you could set aside whatever's keeping you awake. That could be thoughts, things on your mind you're thinking about, thoughts about the past, the present, the future. Yeah, thoughts, feelings, anything coming up for you emotionally related to those thoughts or feelings that are just there. It could be physical sensations, changes in time, temperature, routine. You could be traveling, you could have guests, maybe you work a different schedule. You could be going through something, getting over something. The only reason I run through some of that stuff is so you get the sense you're not alone. And this podcast for a loner type like myself kind of offers the best of both worlds. You're not alone, but you don't have to be bothered with anybody either. Because there's a whole community around this show. Majority of the community around the show is a passive but kind and welcoming, inclusive community that's glad you're here. So there's no pressure from them because they're saying, yeah, no, I'm just listening too. I'm just glad you're here. And you don't have to be bothered with me because I'm sending my voice across the deep, dark night. So you don't I won't leave any crumbs. You won't wonder, it's nice. It's a podcast that, I don't know, it's a podcast where you can feel less alone, but still be a loner. And I don't know if I ever realized that before, but it's like one of the aspects of a loner, some people would say, not the best aspect of a loner. Just so you know, I say, well, I can't be, it's not necessarily that I can't be bothered. There's a lot below the surface there, if you can relate. We say, I don't know if the idea like human interactions come with, sometimes being alone's pretty nice. And this one, you don't have to be lonely. You could be alone, or you don't necessarily have to be. But I felt lonely when I shared a room with my brother, when I had a roommate, when I'm in a house full of people. Not all the time. But sometimes, especially when I can't sleep, because don't feel like anybody understands it, right? So that's why I kind of run through some of that stuff, because here in this community around the show, the reason you're so welcome here is because we say, I might not know exactly what you're going through, but I hope this podcast helps you like it helped me, because I know what it was like for me. And if it's like that for you, it's rough. You got other stuff you got to do tomorrow, right? And you deserve a bedtime where you could get the rest you need so your life is more manageable. A bedtime you don't have to dread, that you could look forward to or at least feel neutral about. You deserve that. And the way we provide it is I send my voice across the deep, dark night. I use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, pointless meanders, and superfluous tangents, which means I go off topic, I get mixed up, I forget what I was talking about, then I'm like, what was I talking about? Then I double back, use some filler. Oh boy, do I use filler words. They never called me a natural at anything, but I would say my usage of filler words, including ones that don't exist, like whatever that word I just said earlier, I would say I'm a natural. Or I guess unfortunately, I was a natural, 12 years ago when I started this show. And then I've spent well over 10,000 hours developing my ability to use filler words. And I guess for good, finally. So in that sense, I laugh because I say, oh boy, did I win? Because I get to use my filler words. I almost had a word that like an overflowing, like not confluence, but some word like that. That was very fancy, like an overflowing amount of filler words. But I get to use them for people who's dealing with something I can relate to. It gives my life purpose and meaning. Makes me feel good. It's fun. And I know what it's like on the other side. So being able to barely smile help you barely smile at me is important to me. So, what else do you need to know? Like I kind of talked about earlier, there's a couple reactions when you first start listening to the show. One is dismay. Okay, what is going on here? I don't think I can go through everyone. One is like strong dislike, and that comes in a different shades depending on how much steam is coming out your ears. If you already have too much steam coming out your ears, check out sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you. That has other sleep podcasts and sleep audio on there. So you can find something that might work for you with less steam coming out your ears. But that's fine. That's a normal thing. This show is an acquired taste, right? But if you're like less steamy, but you're like, I don't know, I'm not sure about you. Like it's something like dismay, but more of a frowny face. That's okay. That's a normal, if I came to this podcast, I would be skeptical, doubtful, and irritated, to be honest. I'd say, what is this dude talking about? Actually, you're looking in the mirror, sir. This is a clothing store. Okay, well, that's not helpful to me. I'm trying to introduce a sleep podcast here. Well, I was just saying, sir, you're talking to yourself in a manner. I say, okay, well, that was just my initial reaction. I like to, excuse me, I do like to talk to myself in the dressing room. How are you even, I live in your imagination, sir. Okay, could you still get out of this dressing room, please? The dressing room's within your mind. Oh, okay, great. Okay, but if you get here, you're skeptical, you're doubtful. You've probably tried a lot of different stuff to help you fall asleep. You heard about the show, you stumbled on it, or you found it somehow. And this show is very different, so it does take a couple tries to get used to. And that's not, I had to learn that through listeners. So probably 1 million people. This is not something anyone would brag about. Said, I really didn't like you or the podcast when I first listened. But then I gave it 2 or 3 tries. And for some people, this takes place over a series of years. That's like a common theme in emails I get. But they said on the third try, I realized, okay, now I get that I don't get it. It never did make it. It's making nonsense out of nothing, no sense at all. And I say, yeah, that's it. That's the show. So it just takes some tries, like developing a flavor, because it is a podcast you just barely listen to. Like a TV on in the other room, like sand running through your hands, like an out-of-focus picture, like some pleasant sound, or like when your thoughts are drifting and you get into that place. But this is outside of you, so it's a little bit easier to just kind of go with the flow once you get used to it. But it takes some adjusting to barely listen to a person. It's not normally done, or it is, and it's repurposed. We say, yeah, I kind of just I listen to that thing. So just kind of see how it goes with that. You kind of just barely listen to them. You can listen, you don't need to. And we've been making the show for a long time, but this is a podcast that doesn't put you to sleep. There is no pressure at all to fall asleep with this show, because I'm here to be dedicated the whole time I'm here to keep you company in case you're listening to me. So I'm here to the very end, whether you're awake or asleep, because I'm here to keep you company and take your mind off of stuff so you can just fall asleep whenever you fall asleep. Neither one of us has to think about falling asleep, because I'm just here and you're here to spend some time with your goofy friend. That's my job. I'm here to be your bore friend, your bore bae, your bore sib, your bore bud, your neighbor, your bore bee, your boreman in charge, your Boris Borloff, your chorus of Borloff. I guess that's better. Your Noir Chardonnay, whatever it is, your Boar Bestie, your Boar Burr, your whatever, your best boyfriend forever. I'm here to keep you company, because there's people who are listening who can't sleep at all. If that's you, I'm here for you. There's people who need a break during the day who need to listen. I'm here for you. There's people who turn the show back on when they wake up. I'm here to keep you company whether you're awake or asleep. It's a different idea. Like to tell you a story and to keep you company outside of yourself and in sync with you. I don't know. So just see how it goes. It's a low-pressure situation. I mean, like I said, you don't even have to like me. I don't know how many other podcasts out there, and I only learned it by rote a lesson. It's like, oh, you don't have to like me. Like, I'm really not here to be liked. I mean, you could, but you don't need to. There's something so freeing about it. I've been trying my whole life on the other way, to be on either side of it. And now I can be right in the middle for you. So those are a couple of things to know. The other thing is the structure of the show throws people off. So if you're new, I want to meet you where you are and kind of walk you through the structure of the show so you know what to expect. And if you're giving it 2 or 3 tries, you go, oh, okay, that's why they structure the show the way they structure it. But also, if you become a regular listener, there's a way most people listen, and then there's a way you might listen. And so if you decide you want to listen in a different way, there's options. So the way most people listen is to this ad-supported version linearly. So the show starts off with a greeting, friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So you feel seen and welcomed in. You say, okay, I could check that podcast out, see how it goes. Then there's then there's support. So the podcast paying for it's optional. And so the sponsors and the ads make that possible. If you prefer an ad-free version, you could get that at Sleep With Me Plus. But after that is the intro, which is a show within a show, totally separate from the support. It's about 15 to 20 minutes long, where we're in the middle of it, where I unsuccessfully try to explain what the podcast is, go off on some tangents, maybe hold an interview, whatever. I ended up in a dressing room, even this episode. And we just kind of see where it goes. But the intro follows a familiar structure every time, so there's a reassurance there. But it's different every time, so there's variety there. And something about that mix, in my opinion, is important because my mind adjusts to things that are repetitive at bedtime. But I do want something familiar and reassuring. And so that's why the intro isn't some repetitive thing. And that's okay if that, for whoever that works for. And if you prefer a show without intros, you can get that at Bedtime Stories from Sleep With Me or that's a ad-supported podcast, or Sleep With Me Plus has a story-only podcast. But the intro goes on and on and on, not just to introduce the show, but also to ease you into bedtime. So only a small percentage of people fall asleep during the intro. Most people are getting comfortable, winding down, getting ready for bed, or doing a chill activity so that they can, have a buffer, have a landing, like have some distance from the day, because going right to sleep just never worked for me in the past, and winding down works for me most of the time. So the intro also serves as a wind down and easing you into bedtime, like setting the mood type thing. Then after the intro is support, and then there'll be our bedtime story. Tonight will be coverage of the Great British Bake Off, baking show off you to sleep. It'll be episode 2. But you could listen to them in any order. They're going to be, they'll be nice. They're popular with the listeners, but they'll be confusing enough that you'll say, or did you actually watch? Yeah, well, yeah, oh boy, did I watch that show. But yeah, so it'll be just a meander-filled observation of this episode. And yeah, I'll be here about an hour. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you checking this podcast out. But myself and a team of people work really hard on this show. So we're thankful that you even checked it out and gave us your time. But I really hope this can help you fall asleep or guide you to something that does. So thanks again for coming by. And here's a couple ways we're able to do this for you twice a week. Thanks. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots here in this part of the show where I say, hey, if you get a lot out of Sleep With Me, right? You listen to Sleep With Me 2 or more times a week. You listen to more than 2 episodes a week. I'd love it, if you go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/PLUS right now and sign up to support the show. And then tomorrow when you're resting, you could set up the bonus content. Because this message is only for those people, right? Those people who already know you want to support the show. It's just getting you over that last thing to go to that website and sign up. I'm not here to convince anybody because, like another supporter said, hey, I get more than I give, right? So Susan said, feels good to support a talented, hardworking creator who generously shares his life experience, sense of humor, care, and compassion with his audience. I found great comfort and or happy distraction in so many episodes. And here's to many more years to Sleep With Me and Ray episodes. And it feels good because I know my support back makes a huge difference and I get a lot of value out of the podcast. And that is from Susan, right? So if you get a lot of value out of podcasts like Susan did, if you love Ray, Fearless Flyers, you want more, and you want the show to be around for you and for everybody else, right? And you want to empower the show back for what it does for you. Go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/PLUS. But thank you so much, Susan, and everybody who supports the show, whether it's through Sleep With Me Plus, through referring people to the show, or sponsors. I appreciate it. All right, everybody, Scoots here. We're covering Collection 8, Episode 2, Biscuit Week. And just getting everything set up here with my notebooky poo. Yeah, well, I got a lot of pages. How many written pages do I have? 40. Scoots is only like 50 minutes in the episode. Well, there's 106 minutes and 37 seconds in the episode. Thank you. Okay, let's bump that up here. Okay. All right, everybody, welcome to, you've already been welcomed, but it's Biscuit Week, and we've got, the credits are running. Noel and Matt are holding hands. Uncle Noel, can I share some facts about Biscuits? Yeah. Did you know biscuits were invented by Sir Morris in 1950-12? 40 biscuits are sold a year. And then Noel says in America, they're not known as biscuits, they're known as sidewalks. And they were holding hands. Noel has a big, long, oversized sweater with a smiley face, kind of like an adult and a child type image of the two of them. And then we get the preview of the episode. What else? I got big smiley face, talking heads, happy. Oh, everybody's wearing sweaters and jackets, so it must have been cool. At least in the morning before the tent heated up. And now my episode is lagging, even though it's downloaded. So technical, I'll do a little reboot here. Oh, that's not rebooting anything. Excuse me. All right, so here we go. Everybody walks into the tent, another day. Everybody's, we're talking about, holy cow, great to be back. Want to put my best effort forth, try to be cool and calm. No more tears, or save your tears for another, rainy day, but probably no more tears, period. Biscuits are tricky, so it's going to be a difficult week. Mac says, I really hope I could be Star Baker. That'd be like getting to the final for me. Welcome to Biscuit Week, everybody. For the signature challenge, each judge would like you to make 36 chocolate Florentines. And thank you, Noel. And your Florentines should be uniform in texture and flavor. Judges will expect a perfect snap. And it must be dipped, decorated, or coated in chocolate. You have 2 hours. Get ready, get set, on your marks. Get baking. So everybody starts baking. Rowan's rolling up his sleeves of his shirt. Good snap is key, everybody, Dave says. And then Prue's in a nice pink vest and then a shirt, but it already changed, so she's gone again. Caramely, buttery mixture. We're getting some caramel. Prue's got kind of a purple lavender glasses frame. Chocolate is, Paul likes dark chocolate. The way forward, he says, need the bitterness of the dark chocolate. Beautiful blend. Timing is everything. You have fruits in there too and stuff. 2 minutes too long to be burnt, too short, and they won't have the crack that Prue's looking for. And we start off with somebody. He's making stiffy toffee Florentines, based on sticky toffee pudding. Eventually I'll learn everybody's name, but it's only week 2. This is the guy with the twin brother, Scott. He's this proud Scott. Peter, hearty fare, after his runs with his brother. Dates, sultanas, chopped nuts, caramelized white chocolate. But Bruce says, are they going to have a snap? He says, well, it'll be crunchy and chewy because of the dates. But hopefully I'll get a snap out of it. On the caramel side, she says, good luck. And they say, don't forget it, you're a star baker from last week. So Peter's not the only one. Sura's doing a sohan, which is cardamom, saffron, and rose water. And that sounds delicious. They show Sura doing some yoga after work. And hers is going to have also flowers and swans on it. And she'll also be serving cardamom tea. That sounds good to me. Noel says, how you doing? Talks about what happened last week with the stuff getting spilled. And she says, come on, give me a break. I'm trying to cook here. And he's giving her a hard time. And he goes, what have you been doing on the days off? She says, practice. Yeah, I'm really tired. Even had an unpleasant dream with Paul in it. And was he just in an apron only, Noel says, and they laugh. So they crack up. She goes, come on, go, get out of here. She's in polka dots. Then we go to somebody else. Her sister's got a sweet tooth. Her Florentine, Linda. And she likes her pudding quick. She likes working in the garden, Linda. And then they have a pint in their shed. They got a shed with a bar in it. Flower-topped Florentines. There's some good alliteration. Brazil nuts, hazelnuts, pecans, or pecans. Get the spread, put it on the surface, get it done. Then Mark with a K, he's doing some sort of large nut. He's laughing about it. He's been around the globe and loves like carving loaves in parks, I guess. Mango Lassie Florentine. Macadamias, dried mangoes, white chocolate. Noel tells him, hey, what if you and I had a truck selling biscuits on the go? Wouldn't that be fun? And I think it's a good idea. And they laugh about it. I do love a biscuit. Just looking at them, though, Noel says, not eating them. They don't like that at restaurants. But when it comes to the king of fruit, there's a lot of people using mango, which, at least in the bake-offs, the king of fruit. So other bakers are trying this tropical treat. Mango Florentine made the best mango win. Now, Mac's going to soak his in boiling water so it's not so chewy. And they show Mac and his kids picking berries. He also wrote a novel on a typewriter. That's very impressive. These are going to be mango and cumin Florentines. Cashew seeds, too. Hand-piped peacock. Mac's got a nice, he looks really comfortable. He has on a, what is that called? Turtleneck. It's kind of like a shirt sweater. It fits him like loosely but well. And it looks very soft. I'm not sure what material it is. And we got somebody else, I missed his name though. He's with his dog Yoki, Y-O-K-I. Pete, that's not Peter, I don't know. Dave, that's Dave. This is the Dave I don't know. These are the Daves I don't know. White milk and dark chocolate, triple chocolate, 25 or 26 grams, he says. Dave's got a nice blue, what do they call them, plasters on them? Is that what they call them? I don't know. Whatever they call, like a piece of tape you wear around your finger, if you know what I'm saying. People are rolling their Florentines. Nobody's marking it with a B, though. Cake Pop Scoop. Oh, because they all got to be exactly the same. Cake Pop Scoop. Perfect. Quarter of a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon. Some people are a little looser with their measurements. These are just some of the reasons I could never be on Bake Off. Then hobnobs are posh. Oh, but this is Laura. She's got like a pizza oven, like in her backyard or something. And they call it their beer garden, like an outdoor stone, like a brick pizza oven. Salted caramel Florentines. She thought the dark chocolate was too rich, but so she chose milk chocolate, a little bit sweeter. And she said her family enjoyed it. Lottie's doing a biscuit she makes for her grandparents, which she visited at a distance. Nana and Papa, very cute. They wave to her. She blows them a kiss, double wave. Can't wait to see you and kiss you. I'll FaceTime you later. She didn't say kiss, hug, I guess. Pistachios, almond, and coconut. Dark and white chocolate. Abstract approach. Jackson Pollock-esque splashes for the chocolate instead of feathers. Uniform mess, exactly, Paul. And Linda, Mark. Then everybody starts putting their stuff in the oven, batch baking. to 11 minutes, 8 minutes, 2.5, 12.5. Then talking, you don't want to overcook them, but you got them, they had it 12 minutes and 26 seconds. That's one. 12 minutes, 26 seconds. First batch of biscuits, Mark C., Erminy, molding, a bit behind, moved to London 20 years ago and is studying to be an accountant, but needs a break from studying. Mango and coconut almonds, ruby chocolate. Sounds pretty good. They explain the ruby chocolate later, though. And she says, I got to make sure mine have a snap, so I'm a little nervous about that. Then we got everybody watching their ovens, perfecting a batch of 36 individual biscuits, temperature tightrope. Again, not too long, not too soon. Are they done? Got to get that snap. Everybody's checking in there. Check it twice. Going to find out who's naughty or nice, right? Mac's not happy with his. Somebody else, sort of another minute. Lottie trying to shape hers. Dave, 90% sure of the snap. Mark with a C going in. Are they even? Are they round? What's Paul Hollywood going to say? Rowan's look a little bit like fruit. What is that called? Fruit cake? Fruit nut? Fruit cake, it's called. A keen gardener. When he's not pruning, he's putting a shine on his antiques, says Rowan. Very snappy dresser. Waistcoat Florentines. Candied orange, cherries, and dried raspberries. And model chocolate waistcoats. And because he like a waistcoat's like a vest, I think. Maybe not. He wears nice ones, like the backs of the vests. Don't cover it up with the jacket. So his is nice. He's got a tie on and everything. Real nice tie, too. Okay, it's chocolate time. Mixing the chocolate. Brew loves the smell of chocolate. Caramelized white chocolate is like white chocolate you bake in the oven. That's what this kid's doing. I forgot his name, but I love that idea. Tempering gives it a snap, but you got to be precise and check the temperature or whatever. Otherwise, you got to do it again. Noel says, I'd like to bathe in that or relax. So he's making people laugh. People are trying to get them out. Hermione's playing catch up. They're stuck in round things. Okay, ruby chocolate. This is the explanation. It's like a sour at the end white chocolate. Mark, landscape photographer. So he's taking photos with his daughter, and he's got ginger cherry and pistachio Florentines to give him a kick with that ruby chocolate. His have a square shape before, and Matt's like, I'm not familiar with squares. I'm just learning shapes. So he's kind of playing up rhombus, not learned about rhombuses yet. Cuboid, no. Half circle, semicircle, we'll cover that in another class. 30 minutes remaining. And everybody's trying to, get their cooling, melting, assembling. Looks like Max Chocolate went a little, hard on him. Prue's looking over Rowan's shoulder. Time to dunk it. A dunk and a dip. Man, that caramelized white chocolate is I got to find out where I can get me some of that. Okay, Mark's painting his ruby chocolate. Hermione's got ruby chocolate. 15 minutes left. And Yeah, decorations. People are piping, making flowers, little baby flowers out of something. And everything's starting to look good. But are our cookies going to get set in time or not, is the question. That is the question. And Mac's making his, the decoration part is coming down to the wire, it seems like. Especially for the more fancy ones. Oh, because you got to put it back in the fridge or the freezer to set it, maybe. Then they got like 1 minute left or something. People are trying to put them and plate them or, what I don't even know, put them somewhere. Somebody was using gold leaves, and not everybody's happy about it, and counting, because you need 36, right? I wonder what they do, like, after with all this stuff. If the crew gets it, or everybody eats each other's stuff. Might be a good time. It might be a good time. Okay, now it's time. Time's up. And look good. Okay, well, let's find out. It's time for the judging, right? So here we go. Let's see how it goes. They start out with Dave. Dave's look good. They're feathered, like a Magic Eye poster. And all that. It's like on that sleep podcast. Reminds me of raves. Good snap, massive snap. Peru's thoughtful. Flavor's good. Nuts in the mango. It all works. Plus the sesame seed balls. I like that. Good more texture. But it's a nice biscuit. And then they go on to Mark's, a little too lumpy. It's those larger nuts. They all have a laugh at that one. And they go on and on and on, and then they break them. And white chocolate, maybe, whatever. Thank you. Then Laura's, I think I spaced out there. I don't even know what they're saying. Laura's snaps well, love the flavors, but we need something bitter at the end. I'm fixated on that, Paul says. Otherwise, it's great Florentine. So shouldn't use that milk chocolate. Rowan waistcoats, you didn't get them done in time, eh? They kind of give them the bit. They say, remember last week we told you to get stuff done. Don't overdo it. Doesn't snap either, but we love the flavor. And the idea of the waistcoats is cool, but you're using modeling chocolate, which didn't taste good. And keep dreaming. It's good that you shoot for the sky, but then we go to Sura. These look sweet like little boats. Looks amazing. Bruce says, nuts are gorgeous. Saffron's nice. Well balanced, but Bruce says we wanted to snap. There's no snap. Cardamom tea. Delicious. And Bruce says, I'm going to take it with me. Then we have Peter. These look like sticky toffee. They eat them. Flavor's delicious. Never had anything like it, Paul says. Like the white chocolate, caramel flavor, clever, truly unique. And Noel says that was touching. Smells delicious. Okay, then they go on. Harmony. A little scruffy. Time wasn't on my side. Needed longer in the oven. And mango's tough. Paul's not tough. And she's just like, this is hard. And he said, soak the mango next time. But I love the flavors. Then we have Mark with a C, but pretty. Looks amazing. Unusual, this ruby chocolate. Uniformity. Won't snap, though, so there's we got you. But sour cherries is surprising, original, delicious. I'll take that. Well done, thank you. Sarah smiles, Mark smiles, and we got Linda, flower-topped Florentines. They say you lost like what the Florentine's supposed to be when you want to see more texture. These are flat as a pancake, or supposed to be flat as a pancake. I don't know. Does have a snap, though. Ginger strong, and it's not a Florentine, though. It's a delicious biscuit, more of a ginger snap. Then we have mango, and cumin. And, okay, this is supposed to be a peacock effect. Paul says it's more like a tennis racket. And they're gooey, Bruce says. Maybe 5 more minutes, Paul says. You did soak your mango, though. But Bruce says, yeah, they could have made it soggy. So it's lose-lose for everybody with the mango. Then we have Lottie's Florentines, good temper, classic shape, nice shine, but busy. Well, that's what Florentine should look like. Bit of a snap, chocolatey, nutty. Love the sour cherry. Delicious, fantastic, Paul says. I think he has to tell his hands in his pocket. Can't find any fault with it. He flips a few of them. His hands out of his pocket now. And she gets a Hollywood handshake. Well done. And everybody's impressed. And he goes, I'll take one with me, by the way. And Noel laughs. Everybody smiles. All right, so let me get everybody's reactions. Lottie, how you doing? Then we go to the talking heads. Never going to wash my hand again. And Mark with Kay says he's laughing about, hey, I thought I did all right, but Dave's like, I did get a snap. Rowan, my concept was good, just a little too ambitious. I'll try to follow their advice. Max says I got to stay calm. Then we get an outside shot. Then we see kind of the tent again. And no idea what mystery lies ahead. And let's see, we got time for the technical. Set by Peru. Peru, any words of advice? This is a classic. No going off on your own. They had out 12-hand-shaped coconut macaroons. Some of them drizzled, piped, delicious mango curd. Okay, they must be crispy, golden on the outside, chewy on the inside, 1 hour and 45 minutes. Matt's kind of like, you can just buy them in a shop if you want. So some with chocolate, some with mango. Or did I say that? Like mango curd? I never had either one of those. Oh, no, I did have a chocolate one. I don't know if it was a macaron, but it's chocolate coconut thing you could get at Aldi's. I've had it. I bought it twice there. I don't have an Aldi's here. But the one in Florida when I was visiting family there, and Bruce says, do not overprocess the coconut. It's one of the secrets. Otherwise it'll be too smooth and won't be rough. Paul has a mango. Okay, good. Right consistency. Nice curd. Smooth set. Nice wall to keep it in. Then the chocolate also has chocolate in the middle. And gorgeous blended with coconut. Timing in the oven, also important. Golden brown, chewy, sticky. And take it out when it looks like that. And Paul says, take me back to when I was a kid. Let's drink some tea. And I think the instructions for mango curd are just make a mango curd. So everybody's like, okay, some people use a double boiler or whatever. I think that's what it's called. Or indirect, I don't know, where you boil water, you have a bowl over the boiling water. Some people are doing it in their bowl. Some people have made macaroons, but not macaroons. So you got to thicken the curd, and you got to be careful because it's got to be right. You add cold butter, according to Laura or Linda. and you got to thicken it up. Not too bad. Then you have to chill it, which I guess would probably further thicken it. Okay, then draw 12 circles on rice paper, and then somebody's like, is this edible rice? Is rice paper made of rice? Can you eat it? Mark with a K is having trouble with his curd. Then you get these circles, and Noel's like, what was it like with your ET hands touching Paul's sausage hands? That's really what he said. And she goes, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Maybe I peaked already, Okay, then they're blitzing their coconut, the old coconut blitz. Man, don't over blitz it. Mark is still working his curd. Maybe, I don't know. Almond extract, rice flour, condensed milk, pulse. So people are weighing that out and making it. And then you have to whisk whip up your egg whites, whisk it in. That'll raise it to a meringue, chewy texture or something halfway through. And then time to add the coconut. Then half of the mixture you put in a star nozzle piping bag. And then we see they pipe a ring of coconut. Then you put the chocolate in the donut part, and then you top it off. That's how you put the chocolate in the middle. I just don't know how, like, it doesn't leak out the bottom. I guess because of the paper, it doesn't leak out the bottom. Or maybe, no, they put it on the top, so then the bottom closes. I don't know. Then you make a dome. You got to cover all the chocolate, otherwise it'll leak out. And then you just got to bake. They don't know for how long, so that's useful. Put them in the oven, 130, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, not sure. Longer bake than we think, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, slow and low, 20 minutes, I don't know. No curd, my curd better be good. Then they have a half hour left. Matt's pretending to sleep. Everybody's checking. Hey, can you cook up, man? I don't know. Are they golden? No, mine are golden. Are yours golden? No. Oh, man. Got to get these things golden brown. And Noel says, yeah, I love watching this and watching these dreams come apart. What do you reckon? Another 5 minutes. It's taking ages. They definitely put in here, don't forget about the Aldi's ones. I don't know if you have Aldi's, but it could be there. I didn't see any mango ones. And but they come out and everybody's putting them on the what are those called? The cooling racks or the airing racks? Trying to cool them down. And then, okay, these are just the chocolate ones. So then you got to do the mango ones, I think. 10 minutes left. And then Matt's messing with how much time they have left so they can, oh, yeah, small. Okay, so they did cook those ones too. Those ones should have like a little dugout for the curd. Rowan's like, this looks like something the cat left behind. And then you put a chocolate drizzle on the chocolate ones. 1 minute left. Everybody's trying to get them to come together. Mark with a K doesn't have his chocolate bag, but somebody hands him theirs. So nice teamwork, and that's it. Then they bring them up. Noel gives Sora a hard time. Don't bump anybody. Prue and Paul come out 6 and 6. Okay, first one. Like the size is similar. Could have been in longer. Delicious though, and crisp. Not bad. more, I like the ridge. Second one, different sizes, smaller. They needed a bit longer. Next one, they like the decoration, different sizes, one tiny, one big. Tastes good, though. Piping is peculiar. That's Rowan's, and too soft. So then nice caramelization from the coconut. There you go. Delicious. Crispy on the outside, soft in the middle. I like these as well. Nice browning, decent curd, good flavor. That's Max. Then undercooked as well, underbaked. Lovely mango, needed longer in the oven. These ones are neat, well baked. Lovely flavor. Curd's perfect. Cuts, flows. Then someone overblitzed. Linda, maybe? Well baked, more of a wall, bit hard, quite chewy. And then they say these ones are pale, squashy. Shame because some part of it was neat. And then they start talking about the rankings. 11 places, Rowan, underbaked. 10th position, Peter, down color only. 9th position, Mark C. 8th position, Lottie. Then Laura, Sora, Ermini. And then Mac as third place. I missed somebody. Mark with a K is in second place, spot on, which leaves Dave for first place. Excellent macaroons. And everybody claps, taps his back, talking heads. He's feeling good, confident for tomorrow. Lottie fall from grace. Mark K worried. Rowan, this isn't the best situation. Max, I have hope for tomorrow. And we get a sky shot. And who's going to win? Who's going to star? Who's going to go home? We'll find out. Showstopper time. 3D biscuit table setting from a memorable meal you had. Highly something biscuit to deceive the eye. Teapots, whatever, biscuits. This is a showstopper. It has to look and taste fantastic. And at 4 hours, on your marks, get set, bake. And Ron's like, I'm going to go for it. I'm relaxed. So Lottie says, I better not. Showstopper, Paul says, must be molded. No straight biscuits. You're going to utilize sculptor biscuits around things, like dough and clay, Per says. Beautiful objects, delicious biscuits. But you got to make a lot. This is going to take a lot of baking. Won't be easy. So they go to Rowan, table setting. What's happening? Breakfast tray for my my aunt's 90th birthday with a lighthouse with a light on it and little plates. Worst things happen at sea. Lemon biscuit, chocolate pop, brandy snap. Have you ever got it done in time when you practiced? No. Paul says, well, it's very frustrating, so please get it done. Then everybody's showing the different spices they're using for richer tastes and flavors. Even coffee, again, with that Mark. Molded biscuit. A lot of people use gingerbread, so Peter's doing a Burns supper with raspberry. Scotland on a plate, he says. Mark is doing an Ethiopian coffee ceremony. Geometric icing, charcoal, cinnamon, and coffee biscuit, getting messy. And other people, Lottie's doing Viking. Lottie likes that Viking metal, Viking victuals, goblets, a longboat. They say, are you a Viking? No, I'm a secret Viking. I'm English, but I'm British, but I'm not a Viking, but secretly I am. Okay, then everybody's cutting and shaping, sculpting. Correction, Scoots, they're sculpting. Gonna stay in the mold. Don't overwork it. You don't want it to be tough. Bring it all together beyond basic knowledge, like being a potter. Mac has decided not to mold. He's going to create flat pieces and then shape them flat pack style. Even, I mean, that's kind of tough because they said mold things. And he said, but I'm pretty sure I can get this done. So Dave's conjuring up magical curves, saucer sets, waiting for tacos. Amaretti biscuits, something. Just have to keep my cool. Everything starts to go in the oven. And time to prepare. And mixing them. People are doing decoration things that look good. Woven like a placemat. One Amaretti biscuit. Sura's Ramadan tea set. Speculous biscuit. Ginger, cardamom, black pepper. When they break their fast at Ramadan, like she's going for that vibe. Like after you eat, Mark will be using his experience as a sculptor, coffee, toast, fondant, and daisies. I'm a metal worker, so now I'm working in biscuits. Different things are coming out of the oven, shaped, and people are trying to assemble them. Mark, okay, well, this is, we'll see. And some people are like, is this going to work? Create all the elements of biscuit constructions. And okay, let's see if that works. We'll see if that works. Very delicate biscuits. Linda's high tea in Amsterdam, just makes me laugh. High tea in I don't think it was a joke, but high tea in Amsterdam. Got to be brave. Got to go for it. Mac tries to shape his flat biscuit on a plate. It doesn't really work. Other people are having trouble getting their biscuits out of their molds because you don't want to break it, right? You don't want to shatter your Showstopper dreams. Rowan's got his like cone. He says, I'll cry if it breaks. Max broke a little bit. Maybe I overbaked it by a minute or so. Lottie can't get her boat out of the wood she was using. And there's 2 hours left. And everybody, it's, Lottie gets hers out. Some of the smaller pieces are coming out as people are trying to do different shapes and styles. Good enough to eat. And then more stuff, you're batch baking. So more stuff in the oven. A lot of work to do. Linda's doing a 3-tier cake stand, afternoon tea, Nan's 80th birthday. Brandy Snap supports. Practices 15 times, changed it. Hope it tastes nice. A stiff competition for tea time. Sugar lace, that's Ermine. Spiced gingerbread teapot, tea set. And then Matt and him are kind of in a competition about who's funnier, or whose shows you go to. Matt says Noel's one of the most popular children's entertainers. Okay, then everybody's working on fancy stuff, glazes, berry stuff, spot on, oatmeal, whipped cream, raspberries, honey, and whiskey, some sort of cream. And then they say you have 1 hour left, and everybody's like, you got to be kidding me. And it's echoing. And then assembly with, I don't know how you glue stuff, but everybody's starting to glue their stuff together. Prue and Paul like the ambition of the styles. And the coffee thing, the lighthouse, imaginative. his spoon didn't work out. And Lottie's like, I'm just going to be 6 minutes short, I think. And then we're down to a half hour. And everybody's still got to do the decorating. And final assembly, too. So now's when, people are really feeling it. Linda's airbrushing color. What's that? Dave's painting blue stuff. Somebody's dipping green stuff. Icing, painting icing. Pinky orange. This could be your challenge. You're piping. People are piping. Piping people. Pleasant piping people. And, these things are starting to get fancified. Oh, no, Rowan's thing cracks. It's getting more rustic. And things are starting to come together for some people that have, and the other people still working on it, doing their best, trying to get there. Noel's, messing with Lottie. And she's like, you're in the way, dude. He goes, I'll put that on my CV, in the way. Okay, last bush, teapot, very delicate, square. T-squares. Okay, that feels robust. The cream goes in. Dave's got a fancy plate, 1 minute. It's tough with the edit, to know what's happening, but everybody's trying to get everything done. And finally fancified. And is time up? Yeah, time is up. And I think that'll do. Who knows? And then we go to the judges, right? Now it's time. Rowan goes first, brings up his worst things happen. His thing is blinking. They laugh. You did the flashing lighthouse. And it looks like a tea set. And so we're going to try this lemon biscuit. Paul takes a bite. Lovely flavor, but worked too much. Too thick, like rubber. Flavor's not bad, but not your best, Rowan. You could do better. Then Mark, Roger Hargreaves vibe. Very nice. Looks great. Thank you very much. And a little bit too thick, though. Squishy in the middle, but overall would like an amazing job. Erminy, a bit clumsy. I don't know. I think it's like the color's beautiful. And not convinced on the flavor, Paul says. Laura, it's just a stand and you put it on top of something, so I'm not convinced by it. Lovely flavor, though. Biscuits nice. Spices, but 4 hours, you got to make something more. Linda, very pretty, well done. Biscuits overworked, though. Texture's not there. That's the problem with shortbread. Then they got Mark, looks apart but scruffy. And Prue coughs and says, I love it. Very strong coffee flavor. Never had anything like it before. Then Dave's lovely colors, beautiful, remarkable. Molding, shaping, form, believable, lovely, Bruce says, thank you. Delicious. Yeah, delicious. You've done a really good job. Thank you. Mac, they say we asked for molding. You did flat. Teapot's not molded, but it looks nice. They try to eat a plate. They say it's a bit bendy, but Prue likes the flavor. Not bad. Not a bad flavor, Paul says, but clumsy. Needs more precision. Sora looks rushed. You're normally more neat. Icing was rushed. Great snap. Crispy, delicious, very good. Then Peters looks neat, effective. Cranshin, Prue eats it. She says, this is so delicious. Prue's in ecstasy. Biscuits beautiful, well-baked, tasty, great job. Lottie, they say it's impressive, but you must have ran out of time, too. Molded nicely, but looks rough. Prue Bruce says if it was in the ground for 500 years, though. They take a couple bites. Good gingerbread, crisp, lovely flavor. Decent job. Okay. Then we do the talking heads. Lottie's like, I think I don't know, I reckon flavors might pull me through. Max, like, I'm going to really practice if I get through this. Rowan, I'm precarious. Slidey slope. We get the Zoom shot, and then everybody's sitting there. Decision time. Who will be Star Baker? Oh, boy. Then table talk. Dave was good. I adored it. Mark R. That was a good week. Mark E. had a good week. Texture's neat. So the marks. Top marks for the marks. And who's going home? Mac or Rowan, they say. And Matt says, who do you think is going to improve? Well, Rowan doesn't listen to us, so I don't know, but he's got great ideas, and Mac is steady, good, but he's not going for it. So, yeah, it's a tough decision. Everybody comes out. Noel gets to announce the Star Baker. And the Star Baker this week is Dave, and Dave smiles. I don't think there wasn't any music, though. I mean, later there is, but... and then Matt has to do his first not Star Baker. It was close and a lot of discussion, but I'm afraid the person going home this week is... And they take their time and they say Mac, and he says, man, and Rowan's mind's blown that he's not going home. Unlucky. He says, yeah, I know I gave it my best. It's a privilege to be here. Meeting new people, new friends have been amazing. Rowan's like, I guess it was my ideas that saved me. Last chance. They say, yeah, dude, rein it in, man. Sora's gutted. Mac's gone. He's a lovely guy. I'm going to miss him. And a couple of other people are just happy they got through. So Mark's laughing. He does a lot of laughing. Dave's ecstatic. Star Baker, he calls his girlfriend. Can't believe it. I'm so proud of you. What an end of the week. Well done. And yeah, that's the end of the episode. That's the end of Biscuits week. Good night, everybody. Hey, everybody, it's Drew Scooter here. It's time to talk about tonight's sponsor. The sponsor I'm sleeping in every single night, ideally, except when I'm out of town, and then I'm missing it. And that's my Helix mattress. You could take the mattress quiz at helixsleep.com/sleep. See what mattress you get matched with. I sleep in the Helix Dusk Luxe. And when I took the quiz, that's a mattress I got matched with because I sleep on my side, I sleep on my stomach. I don't like to be hot and stuffy at night, so I love the cooling features. And I know from my experience with traveling that no other mattress fits my sleep needs. There's no other place I'd rather be than in my bed in the sweet, sweet arms of my Helix Dusk Luxe. Because even when I've stayed in really, really nice hotels, I haven't felt like the mattress met my needs and how I sleep. That's what I love about Helix. I mean, you take the quiz, it matches how your sleep and feel preferences. You could take it with your partner. Then the mattress comes straight to your door, shipped free of charge. You just bring it inside and you set it up. So I love my Helix. It's a part of my long-term plans, man. It's like a long-term relationship because sleep's important to me and being comfortable in bed's important to me. So you should check out that Helix quiz. Everybody, this is an exclusive offer for Sleep With Me listeners. It's better than what you find on the public website, so pay attention. Go to helixsleep.com/sleep for 27% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/sleep for 27% off site-wide. helixsleep.com/sleep. Thanks, everybody.